Hey everybody, it is Zip Mouth Motivation. Listen, y'all, it's been a whirlwind. So I decided this season I was going to change up the show a little bit. And I was going to change up the show to reflect who I am. Not that I don't reflect who I am already, but just to get more deeper inside of who I am and allow people to see who I am. So I'm gonna tell you what happened. We had two hurricanes back to back. The first hurricane, I was like, I'm okay. The second hurricane, I don't know why but this storm kind of like changed my perspective on life. Like it changed my thought pattern. Like it changed a lot about me that was kind of like, excuse me, my arm itching, but it changed a lot about me that was like, so as I'm getting ready to get on the show one day and I'm like, okay, I'm about to just share everything that I've learned and share like my new perspective on life and things like that. Boom, my nephew is unalived in Ocala, Florida, and that thing had me so sad, still going through it. The funeral is this weekend. So I was kind of like in a slump first after the storm. I didn't have lights for like almost a week and a half, 2 weeks, no lights. Then right after that, when I get lights and I finally get internet, then on a Wednesday night, I get a call that my nephew has been unalived. So that took me down as well. And I'm just like everybody else. I know a lot of times people like, "Oh, you can't be human. You so strong," and da 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 da. But I'm just like y'all. I be having moments where I want to break too. I be having moments where I don't feel right. So I wanted to get up here tonight and I wanted to not only talk about the storm and my perspective, but I wanted to talk about my nephew and I wanted to talk about young people in firearms. Young people in firearms, young people in ops, young people in this world that is going against them. A few months ago, probably like 6 or 7 months ago, I sent my friends, a couple of my friends I'm in a group chat with, that I know we all pray. Like I know that we all pray for real. I sent them a message and I said, last night I had this dream and I had this dream about all of these kids like running around and I'm trying to save all of these kids, but it was so many of them, I couldn't save everybody. Like, I literally could not save everybody. So I'm trying to save everybody. I'm trying to get people to save these kids. Like I'm just trying to tell them, hey, come on, come on, come on. And it was almost like I just couldn't do it. When I woke up though, I said, dang, I said the children are under attack. So I text my friends in this group chat and I say, hey, y'all, just say a prayer for the kids because the children are under attack. The youth are under attack. And I'm telling my sons, I'm sitting down I'm telling them like, hey, y'all up under attack. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all up under attack because the youth, this generation of youth are so powerful, but they don't even know how powerful they are because the world has given them an image of who they are. But this is not them at all. We'll get into that. So I send this text message out. One of my friends was like, okay, I feel that too. Another person was like, yeah, I understand that. And then one person was like, I don't know what you said because I couldn't hear the message. So I resent the message again. So as I'm resending the message, I'm thinking, and I'm like, man, why are these children under attack? Not only are these children, I'm not going to say savages, but I'm going to say these children are very strong minded, like very strong willed. When they say they're going to do something, they're going to do it. And they don't care if it's negative or positive, they're going to do it. So at this point, these children are strong. They can't be controlled by adults, by older people, by teachers, by absolutely nobody. They're going to say what's on their mind and they're going to do what it is that they need to do. So when you have people like that, you have people that are not afraid. The world don't like that. Because this whole world is built on fear. It's on being afraid and being fearful and being afraid to go to heaven, being afraid to go to jail, being afraid to get in trouble, being afraid that somebody's going to find out about what you do, being afraid to do this is what the whole world is based on, being afraid, being having fear and instilling fear in people. But these children are coming out without no fear. Absolutely none. So my nephew, Marshawn Jones, he was unalived. by a friend, um, the friend or they were playing with a firearm. The friend put the firearm in his face, and that's what happened. So many stories going about around about what really happened, and we will probably never know what really happened because we were not there. But I will say this: at what point do we start talking to kids? Like, at what point do we start talking to them about firearm and how it's not a video game? At what point do we monitor what they're putting inside of their souls, inside of their spirits, inside of their like, at what point do we start taking things more serious than what we're taking them? And I understand a lot of people go around this world talking about they're afraid of the youth and the youth this and this, that, and the other, da 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 da, da, all this stuff. But if you really listen to anybody, I'm not going to even just say youth. I'm going to say if you listen to anybody, if you listen to them talk, if you listen to what's inside of them, if you hear them out, you will hear the cries. You'll hear what it is they need support with, what kind of love that they need, what kind of things will help them get to that next level. We allow this world to tell us who we are. And I'm not going to say just African American people, just people in general. We allow these people to tell us that we're racist. We allow these people to tell us that we are hood and we allow them to tell us these things. I have people tell me like you're not a regular black girl. What does that mean? I'm not understanding what that means. What does it mean that I'm not a regular black girl? I'm just like every other black girl. Maybe I'm not a regular human. Because I'm not like all humans. You understand what I'm saying? So if we start listening to these kids more and allowing them to speak instead of tearing them down and telling them that they don't know they don't know what to say. A lot of people, and I'm not gonna say a lot of people, a few people give me gripe about my children and the things that I let them say and how we conversate to each other. Well, I want them to be real. I want them to be real every single day when they wake up. I want them to know that they can be their self in front of me, behind my back. It doesn't matter. I want them to know that they can be real. I don't want them to be afraid to talk to me. I don't want them to think that they can't talk to me. I don't want them to think that they can't tell me their secrets or the deepest parts of their inside or who they are, what they're doing, or anything like that. I want to have a great relationship with them. And that has been my goal from the beginning. I have a wonderful mother. Wonderful. I mean, like, I have a great mom. She raised me. I have great step parents, and I have great parents that raised me and molded me into the person that I am, made me a good human being. I'm not gonna even say a good black woman. They made me a good human being. And I want my children to know that it's okay to be yourself. But I also want to see who are they? Sometimes as parents, we so busy telling our kids who they are and who we want them to be and what they gonna do and how they should do this and that. We ain't even listening to what they feel or what they think or how they feel. Like we not listening to nothing. Cause I'm the parent and I know what's best. I had my auntie over here a couple of weeks ago. My auntie, she in her 60s, in her mid 60s. And she was talking about she wanted to move from Florida and move back to Alabama. And she said, I changed my mind. I'm not moving back to Alabama. I said, "Oh, okay, auntie, that's okay, that's cool." You make the decision that you feel is happy for you, make you happy. And she was like, I'm not moving back to Alabama because I talked to my granddaughter. So when she said I talked to my granddaughter, I know that my little cousin is 18. She's 18 years old. So I looked at her, I was like, "Oh, okay, so now I'm interested to what she said." So now I'm tuned in, now I'm like this. She like, "Yeah." She said, she told me this, this, and this, and I can't keep going backwards and then at the end of that conversation, she said to me, "You can learn something from some kids." My kids teach me a lot of stuff a lot of times. They check my attitude, they check my spirit, they check my mindset a lot of times. But sometimes parents, we think that they can't do that. We haven't given them the ability to open door or any of those things to be able to be who they are. So when your kids grow up and they do something and you like, I can't believe my child did that because you wasn't talking to them. You wasn't talking to them. You wasn't in a business. You wasn't allowing them to be have freedom in your home. I feel like the most free place that you should be is inside of your home, and that go for anybody. If I got to feel like I'm in a cage in my home, I don't wanna be there. I don't want to be there. I want to have freedom. As I said, I had a great mom, but my mom didn't know about freedom. She didn't know how it felt to be able to be yourself inside of your home. And so she was caging me and I was study bucking trying to get out. I was study bucking. Like I can't, I love my mom, but I can't do this. I can't do these constraints. I can't do, and it's not even about rules because I'm definitely a person that don't mind following rules. It's about me being free. So we have to teach these kids how to be free, but how to be free in a way that they can be alive. We have to know what they doing. We have to know who they around. I ask my kids, "Oh, you hang with such and such and such? Oh, what they do? They smoke weed? They drink? Oh, yeah, they drink beer. Da, 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 da. Oh, they smoke. They got guns. Oh, you be with them when they had this?" I want to know. I can't control it all the time, but I want to know. Back in the day, people used to say, "Tell me the truth, so then I know what to pray for." I don't know if people even praying anymore, so you can't even say that anymore. But that's a whole nother story. So my nephew, Marshawn Jones, 14 years old, just starting his life. Like I'm looking at him and I'm looking at him grow up and I'm looking at and I'm thinking about the last time I saw him. I'm thinking about, dang, he really is just starting his life. Like he's just in the beginning process of starting his life. And abruptly it stopped just like that. And a lot of times we don't even think about that. We just think that we making this music because this is the music that sells. How somebody gonna tell you what music gonna sell? Because everybody has a different listening. Everybody want to glorify ops. Everybody want to glorify drug dealing. Everybody want to glorify unaliving people. Everybody want to what? What? What is the like? Is y'all tired yet? Like, are y'all tired of allowing this world, this community, this government, this system to tell y'all what to do? When at what point are y'all gonna get tired? Like at what I'm trying to figure out, like at what point are y'all going to get tired? Tired of playing the game, tired of playing the role, tired of being a puppet. People walk around all the time saying, I'm in control of me. I mean, no, you're not. You absolutely not. Because when you get in that car and you put on that music that talking about riding on your riding on the ops and all this, you hype. You pushing the agenda. A lot of people ask me about some female rappers and they like, do you like such and such? No. Do you like such and such? No. You don't like her? Why? Everybody love her. I understand that everybody love her, but I don't. Because I feel like she pushes the agenda. She makes it okay. She makes it okay for women to be called bitches and hoes and like they make it okay like it's some kind of badge of honor and it's not. It's not a badge of honor. It's not a badge of honor for little girls to be twerking. It's not a badge of honor. I saw this video today that someone posted. They posted this video and they said that if you a woman and you don't wear makeup at all, then you are lame and cheap. What? I was like, and I'm laughing because of the ignorance of people. So if you don't wear makeup, meaning if you don't wear lashes, if you don't wear lipstick, if you don't get a full face beat, then you lame and you cheap. So I can't walk around just looking like regular old me. But this the agenda y'all be liking to push. This way is sight y'all. This is where people feel at home. The crazy thing about it is I was expressing to somebody, I said, I did a mindset course a few years ago. And in this mindset course, I had a whole bunch of ladies. There was a couple of ladies and very beautiful. Like when you see them, I mean, like they dolled. They beautiful ladies. We did a mirror exercise. And when we're doing this exercise, excuse me, I'm listening to the things that these ladies are saying about themselves. I'm listening to how they don't feel beautiful and how they wanna take their life, and I'm listening to these different things that they're saying about their self. So there is no makeup, there is no outfit, there is no brand, there is no nothing that if that thing in the inside ain't right, you ain't right. I have my I'm thinking of my nephew and what he felt and why even be there with those people and what was he thinking? And not that I wasn't an auntie that would talk to him, "Hey, be good. Hey, what's going on with you? What's happening? What you feeling like?" But the agenda of the world seemed more pleasing than what I had to offer. I'm not gonna say it's his fault. I'm not gonna say it's the friend's fault. I'm not gonna say it's anybody's fault except for us, us as a unit. Because at what point do we start considering the things that we're thinking and this considering the things that we're doing? Like at what point do we start considering these things? People go in this world and they live wrong and they feel like they don't want nobody to say anything to them because they feel like I'm gonna change when I get ready to change. Then move around. Literally just move around. Because if you're not ready for growth and you in a space of growth, get out the way. Get out the way. I just told somebody the other day, I don't waste my energy on people who are not ready to learn. I just don't. If you see this video and you ain't ready to learn, scroll. You don't even got to comment. Just scroll. If you see any of my videos from this point on and you're not ready to change your life and you're not ready to grow and you're not ready to take responsibility for your life and for the lives that are watching you, because you got to take responsibility for those too, because people are watching, then move around. It's wild out here. Like it's wild out here. People are being unalived for no reason, ruining families. We are all hurt. I'm sure people who have unalived other family members, they are hurt. I'm sure the person who unalived my nephew, I'm sure her family is hurt. But at the same time, we don't get to see him again. You don't get to see your loved one again. You don't get that opportunity to say hello, to hear a voice. Open up and allow these kids to start speaking. Stop telling them who they are and allow them to show you who they are. At the age of From the age of 1 to 5, a child has consumed so much, knowledge, and depending on the parent, they probably overconsume because their parent is probably talking to them in a language that might be foreign to some of us as adults. But it's definitely time to wake up. It's time to understand, like, what's happening in this world and see it for what it is. Stop letting this world tell you who you stop letting this music, stop letting these movies, stop letting all this different stuff tell you like who you are and what you do. I remember, and I said this before, I remember having my sons at a young age, and I remember people telling me, "Oh, you can't raise boys. Women cannot raise boys because they're gonna be soft and they're gonna be this, da 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 da." Who? Who? A few months ago, I remember I was like thinking, I was like, man, I said, I really watched my kids grow from little age all the way up and people telling me like I can't do it. Like I can't be a good parent or I can't raise boys, this, that, and the other. But when I look at them, I'm like amazed, like, wow, I really did that. Nobody ain't soft. Nobody don't act like girls. They act like good human beings. They cook, they clean, they take care of themselves, they wake themselves up. Like, what? What? I express things to them. I tell them what they doing wrong. They tell me when I'm doing wrong. They tell me when I need to do better and I need to step up my game. So then if we have people that's handling the relationships with their kids, then we can stop the kids from watching videos and thinking like they have ops. or allowing people to be around them that's doing crazy stuff, teaching them how to remove themselves from stuff that's not right. But we gonna keep pushing the agenda. We gonna keep celebrating things like having guns. We gonna keep celebrating things like selling dope. We gonna keep celebrating things. I remember back in the day. I remember back in the day when and you knew it because you could see it, but it would be family members that sold dope or smoked weed um or even drink. But when it came to the older people and the kids, they would not do it around them. So I don't know when the thing happened. I think I said this in my podcast before. I don't know when the thing happened where people feel like weed is a cologne. Like it's so crazy. I was like, nothing is discreet anymore. Nothing is like respectable anymore. People be like in front of they be in front of their mama doing wild stuff. And then they like, oh, I respect my mama. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't respect your mama. You don't respect your grandma, your auntie, your elder, whoever. You don't. At this point, we just want to do what we want to do, and then we want to make sense out of it when it ain't no sense. Like I said, I see the video. The lady on the she like, yeah, if you don't wear makeup, then you lame and you bro, you cheap. I was like, man, and it was to watch the likes was like, what? Y'all just like that, right? Like y'all really just like that. That's wild. That's wild. I seen today they got this new show coming on, something baddies or whatever. And I'm watching these girls, I'm watching them like fight each other. What was the purpose? What's the purpose behind it? So we doing it for views because we want to make money. So we gonna be a clown. Cause basically that's what you're doing. That's what a clown do. Clown do clown activities to make money. It's the intellect behind the stuff that people do that is like, for me, like, what? What are we doing? What's the moment? What's the like, at what point do people say, "I'm tired." Like, I'm tired of somebody really telling me what to do, and it ain't right. No matter how you try to reason it, no how you try to turn it, flip it, slide it around, it still ain't right. It still ain't right. I just watched these ladies. Somebody sent me a video and they was like, "You need to talk about this on your podcast." I just watched these ladies here in Tampa. They in a fight. I don't know about what, but I mean, like this lady is naked. Like they done ripped the clothes off of her, and then people who videoing, like that's not funny. That's not funny. So when do people start growing? Now, somebody will watch this video and they'll be like, "Oh, she being mean. We just having fun." What? So it ain't fun to take trips? It ain't fun to, I don't know, go to the movies, go out to dinner, like, that ain't fun? So it's fun to make a fool of yourself, to make a mockery of the community that we live in. That's fun. Like I said, at what point do y'all stop letting these people tell y'all who y'all are? At what point do y'all stop chasing stuff that is not right? At what point do we open up and we really start focusing on the kids, the youth, a better community? You can be I'm a part of so many organizations and we all do something different within the community and we try to do something different within the community, but we can go and we can talk to a young person and then they quote unquote OG can come and talk to them and tell them, "Oh, don't listen to them. Man, don't be on that positive stuff. You got to make this money so you can get out this hood." They ain't never getting out. And they ain't never getting out because the mentality that you're teaching them. They'll never go nowhere because of the mentality that you're teaching them. But they'll feel bad, and a person who older than them will make them feel bad for wanting to change their life and do something different. A person who older than them will make them feel bad for not wanting to smoke, drink, be outside. They'll make them feel bad for that. They'll tell them that's square. It's the reality. It's the mentality of people that is like, "What? It's a crab in a bucket." Crab in a bucket. I don't wanna see nobody doing better than me. If they doing better than me, then I'm finna try to bring them down, or Imma act funny, or Imma act shady, Imma do this, that. That's crab in the bucket. We been like that. But we gonna talk about crabs in a bucket on the next episode because I got so much to say about crabs in a bucket. So, like I said, this is my motivation. I told y'all this storm, like, I don't know, this storm making me process different. I don't know if it's a storm. Maybe I'm getting older, or maybe I'm just getting tired of people doing stuff that don't make sense, but then trying to make sense out of it. It's frustrating. If you don't want to do nothing with yourself, y'all people who don't want to do nothing with yourself, who don't want to grow, who don't want to see life in a different light, who don't want an opportunity to change, like y'all go somewhere and let these other people do what they need to do. Y'all start your own community of we ain't going nowhere. We just finna chill, and we gonna do the same thing we've been doing year after year, and it's gonna be our life. And then these people that want to see something different, have something different, and be different, let them do that. These youth that's like dying every single day. Every day it's a young person about something crazy. But don't nobody want to stand up and be an example. Everybody around here be getting called unc, OG, sister, auntie, and they ain't do hey, y'all joking, right? So y'all ain't tired. Y'all ain't tired. Anywho, this the life we live.